This is a fake short story called Willie and the Flamethrower, and I created this in my mind. It was a hot sunny day and it was very quiet outside. Willie was just relaxing at a park with his tweaker buddy trying to get high. It was now Willie's friend's hit, so he passed him his glass meth pipe. Willie's friend Jake then grabbed his tweak lighter out and he made the flame extremely high. Jake now had the lighter to the glass pipe and he was getting a hit. Willie's turn was next, but he had an idea about what he should do. Willie then grabbed the lighter from Jake and he placed it near his ass. Willie then let out a large fart over the flames, and it sent a massive flame that looked similar to a flamethrower. Jake was too close and his beard had accidentally caught on fire. Jake then panicked and he began stop, drop, and rolling on the nearby dry grass. It didn't work at all, and the grass was now on fire also. Jake's body was now fully covered with fire and he was screaming on the ground. Ah! Willie didn't know what to do now, so he then hopped into his shopping cart and he quickly began mobbing down the block. Willie was going at a fast speed and he didn't realize it. Willie then made a sudden right onto the sandy street and his shopping cart began sliding. Willie was now yelling as his shopping cart did a flip. As Willie's body was in the air, he then thought to himself, "Fuck, this is gonna hurt, Bubba." Willie then landed on his back and he had the air knocked out of him. Willie had gotten up after 5 minutes of laying on the old, dusty road. Willie was now looking in the direction of the park and the fire was spreading quick since it was windy. Willie now had to try to call the fire department, so he began walking in the direction of a young woman. Willie then approached her while saying, "Hey lady," and she immediately screamed loud. The woman then maced Willie in the eyes and she shoved him to the floor. After Willie was on the ground crying in pain, she then grabbed both of his legs. She then spread Willie's legs apart and she stomped his nuts out very thoroughly. Willie was now screaming at the top of his lungs, "Oh!" After the woman was done, she took off walking very peacefully. The woman had a big smile on her face. 10 minutes later, Willie got up and he began walking down the road. Willie was in so much pain that he now needed a 5-sack of tweak. Willie then made a right at the end of the road towards an alley, and he hit the jackpot. He had just found a large bag of cans he could recycle. Willie then did a little dance, since it was a score. Willie just had to do it quickly, or the fat homeless man sleeping next to the cans may be awakened. Willie was now slowly grabbing the large bag of cans, when one suddenly fell out. Willie then quickly took off running down the street with the large bag, and he then tossed it in his shopping cart. Willie was now smashing down the block at a fast speed towards his drug dealer's house. There was no sidewalks and it was looking very eerie outside. 15 minutes later, Willie arrived and he quickly began knocking on the white front door. Willie's friend answered the door, and he then said to Willie, "How can I help you today, brother?" Willie then said to him, "Just shoot me a fat 5-sack for these cans." Willie's friend then replied, "What the fuck, man, this isn't a recycling place here." Willie then said, "Please, this is the last time I'll do this, I promise." Willie's friend then said, "Okay, fuck it, I got you, brother." Then handed Willie a large meth shard, and he told him, "Have a nice day." It was around the size of a spoon. Willie then went back to his cart, and he then grabbed out a metal tray from underneath the cart. Willie was now smashing the tweak into a powder form so he could snort it. Willie was now done smashing it, and he began snorting it through both nostrils with a plastic straw. Willie could feel it burn up his nose, so he then snorted some water from a water bottle to clear it out. Willie then looked down the road, and the fire had spread to over a dozen homes. People were frantically leaving the area, and sirens could be heard nearby. Willie was now thinking, "Holy shit, look at what I've caused." It was all over the news that day, as the worst fire that had occurred in decades. We all know who started it, that damn tweaker Willie and his flamethrowing skills.